Right, hello again. So what prompted me to put this video on YouTube? Well, it seems to be that every morning I've decided to ride to work, and I have rode to work on 90% of the mornings throughout the winter, it's done nothing but rain. Well, some may say it's a British climate and that's your lot, but there seems to be a surprisingly large amount of, well, numerous mornings when I've set out and it's been absolutely throwing it down. And I don't mean just normal rain, I mean, as we would say, raining cats and dogs or raining stir rods. Now I've chosen to put this particular bit of video because this is in fact the road that I absolutely detest this ride to work. And I've the option of using this road or using the motorway. And the thing that's really stuck to mind is the nature of the road surface and just how bad it is. And it's just not been repaired from the previous winters. And I know that the local authority are strapped for cash and we've got to prioritise things. But generally, if you look at the overall state of the roads, it's absolutely horrendous, and even more unforgivable if you're on two wheels. In fact, this particular bit, I can remember in the bad winter, was it a couple of years ago, was thick with black ice, or thick with ice should I say, not black ice, and it's rutted. And in fact, the other side of this junction is still rutted some 2 years after the event. So really the local authority need to get their act together, don't they? And I don't know about global warming, but certainly global wetting is the order of the day. I mean, I know in Lancashire we live in a damp area of the country, but it just seems to be damper than damp. Not very pleasurable riding. But as I do use the motorcycle for a means of getting back and forth to work, in addition to the pleasure riding, then I don't have a lot of option. Do I prefer rain to ice and snow on the road? Well, the answer to that is going to be yes, of course I do. But it would be nice to just get a little less precipitation. So I'm heading on the outskirts of Blackburn now, on one of my different routes to work, and you can see just the road surface. I've passed over just how horrendous it is. I know to most of the motorcyclists in the area that frequent this area, it's not news to them, but I think as a motorcyclist, and I've noticed this returning back from 4 wheels to 2, that you particularly notice just how poor the surface of the road is. But even taking that into account by anybody's standards, 2 or 4 wheels, it just is horrendous one way or the other. So anyway, we're heading out of the outskirts of Blackburn now, up through well, very soon to go to Larkhill, and I'm going to switch the audio off for a moment, because I want to switch it back on again in a minute when we get just a particular section that I want to comment on. So the audio's off for a moment, back in a minute. Now this particular area really gets my goat. This is part of the bus route to speed the buses, separate lanes going in and out of town, and it's just been an abortion from start to finish. This road work still isn't finished. Road surfaces full of loose tarmac and gravel. There's ramps everywhere. It changes week by week to what the traffic flow system is. This particular bit, there's a couple of raised manhole covers, just all in all horrendous, and there doesn't seem to be a lot being done really on it. There is work obviously ongoing, but you know, there doesn't seem to be a lot of work ongoing sufficiently to clear it and get it up and running. But it really has been a nightmare, one way or the other, and as you can see, we're about to come over this ramp, which is particularly treacherous really. No thought whatsoever there to anybody on two wheels, and just nobody's bothered really. So yeah, we're heading out towards to Whiteburg at the moment. But yeah, that particular bit I just hate. But I don't know about you, it has seemed to be a long wet winter for motorcyclists in the UK. Don't know what anybody else's thoughts are on it. I can remember colder winters in the past on two wheels, but certainly I can't remember a wetter winter. So yeah, I'm just really hoping, I guess, that it's balanced in some way by better weather. But if the other summers are anything to go by, then can't be too optimistic. So that's it for the time being. I've had a bit of moan about the roadworks really, which is what the video was really about. But just generally, I wonder what people's thoughts are on the state of the roads at the moment, particularly for motorcyclists and two-wheelers. It'd be interesting what you feel, whether it's something we have to put up with, whether they have gone worse over the last 12 months. I had a drive around earlier today in work. I was around the Ribble Valley in Clitheroe, and just the road surfaces are just terrible. The B roads, which were quite reasonable at one point, are now just horrendous. In fact, they're dangerous for motorcycling the way they are at the moment, which is a pity. A lot of good routes and back road routes have been ruined as a result of lack of spending on the road surfaces and maintenance. Pretty sad really. Okay, end of my rant. Catch you later.